Dear students, in this lecture I will explain harmonic oscillator. Actually, it is quantum mechanical harmonic oscillator. In harmonic oscillator problem, one can compare de Broglie wavelength with the amplitude of the oscillation. In the case of quantum simple harmonic motion, one must stop visualizing a particle oscillation or oscillating about a mean equilibrium position and concentrate on the wave function. The wave function corresponding to particular state provides the behavior of the particle in that particular state. So, simple classical harmonic oscillator can be regarded as quantum mechanical oscillator. The only difference is that here classical oscillator concept should be converted into quantum mechanical oscillator by using Schrodinger equation. Okay, so this is the classical oscillator potential energy. So the quantum mechanical harmonic oscillator is the quantum mechanical analog of classical harmonic oscillator. So the potential energy of simple harmonic oscillator, this is the Vx half kx square, where k equals to m into omega square. You know from 12th standard, half m omega square x square. This is the expression of simple harmonic oscillator, potential energy of simple harmonic oscillator. Now use this potential energy in the quantum mechanical analog. So we consider Schrodinger equation in terms of wave function psi. So this is the time independent Schrodinger equation, del square psi by dx square plus 2m by h cut square e minus v psi equals to 0. Psi is the wave function, is the total energy, v is the potential energy. Now here in place of v we should put half kx square. So this is the expression of Schrodinger equation in case of harmonic oscillator. Now here we should consider some conditions over here. So here we consider this 2me by h cut square as a constant and square root of mk by h cut square, 2 cancelled out. So mk by h cut square equals to b. So as if b square equals to this mk by h cut square. Clear? So this is our b and this is our a. So putting these values of a and b in this expression, in equation 1 we get this expression d square psi by dx square plus a minus b square x square psi equals to 0. Let it be equation number 2. Now to solve this equation, this is one kind of differential equation involving x square. So this is d square psi by dx square and a minus b square x square into psi equals to 0. So to solve this equation, let us introduce a dimensionless variable xi, new variable, the Greek letter xi, such that xi equals to square root of b into x, square root of b into x, as if xi square equals to bx square. Okay. So now this is a function of x, psi is a function of x. Now we have to convert this differential equation in terms of xi. So that's why let us start with this equation d psi dx equals to d psi d xi into d xi dx. Putting the value of d xi dx over here, that is square root of b, d xi dx means square root of b. Putting the value of d xi dx here, square root of b d psi by d xi. Okay. Similarly, let us find out d square psi by dx square, that is ddx of d psi by dx. So dd psi of d psi dx into d psi by dx. Putting the value of d psi by dx means square root of b, and after simplification, after simple modification, so this is square root of b into d psi by dx, and finally we have b into d square psi by d square psi by d psi square. This is the value of d square psi by dx square equals to b d square psi by d psi square, d psi square. Okay, so therefore the value of this d square psi by dx square equals to this, and let us put this expression in equation 2, that is in place of d square psi by dx square, put this value, and this is the value of d square psi by dx square, and a minus, it was a minus b square x square into psi. So a minus b square x square means in place of x square we put xi square by b into psi. So finally, after simplification, we have d square psi by d xi square plus a by b minus xi square psi equals to 0. Let it be equation number 3. So this is referred to as Hermite differential equation. Hermite differential equation. Okay, of order n. Of order n. So let the solution of this Hermite differential equation takes the form psi function of xi equals to n is an prefactor amplitude, hn function of xi. This is a special function called Hermite polynomial into exponential of minus xi square by 2. You may consult in this regard any open sources or any textbook. This is called Hermite polynomial, and this is the exponential function of minus xi square by 2. N is a prefactor or amplitude. So this is the trial solution of psi of this expression, this Hermite differential equation. This is Hermite differential equation. To solve this differential equation, let us start with this trial solution, where this trial solution psi involves a function, special function hn. Hn is the Hermite polynomial, and this is the Hermite differential equation of order or degree n, where a by b, this is another condition of this Hermite differential equation, a by b equals to 2n plus 1. Since it is a differential equation of degree n, so a by b equals to 2n plus 1. Okay, so this is our psi. Let us find out d psi by d xi. This is a complicated expression. It is done over here. Next, I have computed d square psi by d xi square. Okay, you may do it yourself. After finding out these values, d square psi by d xi square, put it here in this expression, in equation 3. In equation 3, put it in equation 3. Equation 3, and after simplification, we'll get this expression d square psi hn in terms of Hermite polynomial. So our objective is to convert this expression in terms of Hermite polynomial. Previous expression was in terms of psi. Now it is expressed in terms of Hermite polynomial. D square hn by d xi square minus 2 xi dhn by d xi plus 2n hn equals to 0. So this is the revised differential equation for harmonic oscillator problem in quantum mechanics. Okay, now let us find out energy. We have already considered a by b equals to 2n plus 1, putting the value of a and b. we have earlier considered A means 2m by h cut square and B means square root of mk by h cut square equals to 2n plus 1, and after simplification we have this expression En equals to n plus half into h nu. This indicates that energy is quantized. This is called quantization of energy. Energy is not discrete. In classical physics, energy is supposed to be discrete. Supposed to be continuous. We have continuous set of energy in classical physics, but in quantum physics it is discrete, as it depends on n. N equals to 0, n equals to 1, n equals to 2, n equals to 3, and so on. That's why energy is quantized or discrete. So this is the quantization of energy. So putting n equals to 0, we have E0 equals to half h nu. This is called 0 point energy, minimum value of energy. This is called 0 point energy. Now let us plot energy versus position, graphical representation of energy. Since potential energy is half kx square, it indicates equation of a parabola. That's why the nature is parabolic. It is not possible n equals to this energy region is not possible. N equals to 0 indicates half h nu, 0 point energy, minimum energy of harmonic oscillator, one dimensional harmonic oscillator, mind it. For n equals to 1, putting n equals to 1, energy is E1 3 by 2 h nu. That is first energy level. Second energy level, n equals to 2, that is 5 by 2 h nu. So in this way, these are the allowed energy level, E0, E1 and E2, E3 and so on. In between E0 and E1, no energy level is allowed. So energy is discrete. We have E0, E1, E2, E3 and so on. So this is called quantization of energy.